This one's for my entrepreneurs, my business owners in their first year. These are some things that you need to be doing to make sure that your business goes to that next level, grows and succeeds, and doesn't just sit there stagnant, not going anywhere. These are the things that you need to do. We're going to get right into it. No time wasted. If you're new here, consider subscribing. We share new tips that are always able to be applied free of charge and as soon as you hear it. We do new episodes every single Thursday, Small Town Entrepreneurs Podcast. So subscribe if you're interested in that, and share with someone who you know is also interested in that. And let's spread these tips and let's get everybody out there that's an entrepreneur on the right track and on the path to success. We're not even going to do the intro music because I want to make sure that you get these tips and you apply them. These are important. These are very important. Now, I'm not saying to do all these, but if you do all these, you're going to have a damn successful first year in business. That's for sure. But the first thing is, and you want to stay tuned for all these. I'm not going to take long. I'm going to get them out there to you and explain to you how to apply them and why it's important. But in your first year, you want to make sure that you're observing your audience, you're paying attention to what they are posting, what problems they're having, and you can do that by checking their social media. You should be engaging on social media, which we'll get into it in just a minute. But you should identify the demographic characteristics of who it is that you're serving and who will benefit from your service that you're creating. Who benefits from that? You want to know, and you always want to be in front of those people. And these first tips are just something. I'm going to explain how to do that in just a second, so you want to stay tuned. I'm just going to make sure that you got these basics down pat. But the next one is, you want to create, you've heard it before, high quality content consistently. But you haven't heard that last part. You want to create high quality content a lot. You want to be creating content as much as you're able to do without making complete dookie content. You want to still be showing up with the good high quality content, but you want to be out there as much as you can, so you're getting that chance for exposure and that chance to be seen by that target audience that has those problems that you have the solution to. But don't overdo it to the point where you're not able to make good quality content. You want to be consistent and have good content. Show up as much as you're able to. At least try to post on social media once or twice a day, I recommend. And just get your voice out there, get your image out there. Daily, if possible. If not, every other day. But be out there with good quality content. Even if you got to repurpose and repost something, that's fine. Just don't be annoying with it. But you got to repost some content that's high quality, then repost it, because not everybody's going to see the first time you post it. So repurposing something is okay. But the next thing is, you want to be creating not just promotional content, not just what you have, what business that you are trying to exposed to your audience. You want to create personalized content. Visitors know that unique, individualized experiences are very, very important to us. We as human beings, we like to see how other human beings are living their life. We want to see personal content. So create more personal content, behind the scenes, you driving, possibly shopping, some fresh kicks you bought, some clothes, whatever that may be. You want to share more personal content. Start create. So if you're not doing that, I recommend post at least just 2 on social media, 1 to 2 personal pictures a week, maybe a story on the Instagram a couple days out the week, and let them know that, remind them that you're a human and that you still have problems. You're still going through this thing called life as well, and you are in fact a human being. Remind them of that. Let them be reminded that you are a human, but you can relate to them, and you know what problems they have, and that's how you got the solution. That's how you created that product, because you relate to them and you understand where they're coming from, because you're a human being, such as myself and such as your audience. But the next thing, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into more in-depth tips right now. The next one is, you want to integrate your content to match on all platforms. So what that means, don't have a specific logo for Instagram, a specific one for Twitter, a specific one for your YouTube. You want to make sure that you're consistent with the same branding. You want to have the same colors, logos, and whatever thumbnails, whatever type of business. You want to make sure that you're showing up the same way. You have the same type of branding, but you integrate that into all your platforms, and all your content is integrated. It looks the same. They know who you are. So they can go from your Twitter to your Instagram to your website and still see the same logos, the same branding. They know who you are, but you're integrating that and showing that on all your platforms. You're letting anybody, everybody who pops into your platforms know who you are, and you're letting them know that you're real and you're a real business, because your branding is the same on all platforms. So you want to integrate that on all your content. You want to integrate that in your branding on every single platform that you have, that you're using. Excuse me on that. But next thing is, you want to create, if you don't have something right now, you want to create something that's evergreen. And you can do that by creating some type of evergreen digital product, something that lasts forever. It's not going to die. Maybe you have to go in there and update it, but it could be something like a free tool guide, the best apps to be productive as a construction worker. I'm just throwing stuff out there. It might sound dumb, but I'm just throwing an example out there. But you know what I'm saying. You want to have something, some type of product that you could sell. It's great when it's ebooks. What am I saying about construction workers, man? When you see me, I want you to tell me, hey, did you just say construction worker, dude? You could have said ebook, but now I'm going to say ebook. An ebook is evergreen. You can create an ebook because you want to create something evergreen, some type of digital evergreen product that you're selling and making money. That's passive. You can make money. You can sell it when you're asleep. In other words, you can sell it when you're on vacation, but it's evergreen. It's solving a problem. It's not just irrelevant in a month or a week. It's something that lasts for years. You may have to go in and update it and create a part 2, but you won't have to do that for a year or two. You want to create something like that, and you can create that by making digital products, ebooks, or free, or do PDFs. You can create free content that's evergreen, but you want to have at least one source of revenue coming in from an evergreen digital product. So create something that's bringing you revenue that is evergreen. Something that's not going to die out within a month. It's going to last at least a good solid, I'd like to say 2 years is evergreen to me. The next thing is learn from your customer feedback. Now, learn to sort through the haters, and then learn to sort through real constructive criticism and know who's really trying to give you that constructive criticism. But Bill Gates always said, and it's something that stuck with me, Bill Gates always said that your most unhappy customers are always your greatest source for learning. Let unhappy customers teach you where the holes are in your service, in your business, and fix it. That's awesome quotes there by Bill Gates. So remember that. And we're just not even going to get into it right there. Don't let the hate, if somebody tells you that you suck and, you eat donkey butt, whatever they want to say, they're haters, Don't listen to their stuff. But if somebody's really like, hey, I like the blah, 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 but I would have really liked it more, and I think you should have provided an extra couple of tips or something, whatever it may be. That's real constructive criticism. Pay attention to it and fix that for them, and respond to them, comment back to them. Thank you so much. I'm glad to have your feedback, and I didn't think about that, but that would be so much value, and that would be very valuable for you. I need to create that, and I'm going to work on that. Thank you so much for the idea. Signed your name, something like that, Let them know that, hey, they're helping you out, and you're paying attention to them. You're seeing what's being said, and you're responding to them. You're responding to anyone who's taking their time to listen to you. The next thing is you want to spend your money wisely when you're starting off. And that just means don't just go out there and buy all the new software because it's new software and other people have it. And people on YouTube are telling you these tech reviews, you need to get this and that. If you don't need it, if what you have is working, then use that until you are... We're just going to chalk this up right here because I'm going to tell you my rule that's helped me out a lot in life, even since a little kid. I always try to go by this. I won't buy anything. I don't care if it's a car or business tool, software, computer, whatever. This is going to be a powerful tip for you right here. Don't buy anything unless you can afford 2 of them and still be able to pay your bills for 6 months. That's how I treat everything. Don't purchase anything unless you got to have it. If you got to have it, that's a different cost. But if you have something that's working and you just kind of want to upgrade, make sure that you can buy 2 of them and still pay your rent for 6 months before you do make that purchase. And by doing that, you're able to invest that money that you do have in other areas, and that's going to create 2x income, and then you're going to be able to buy 4 of them eventually. So you see how that kind of expands elsewhere and grows and creates more revenue for yourself. Anyways, so remember that, and that's just all I'm gonna touch on that. Just spend wisely and don't be irresponsible with how you're spending your money in that first year especially. Next thing is always deliver more than expected. Being a successful entrepreneur takes lots of work, vision, and perseverance, So we want to show up and when we create something, we want to make sure that we're taking time to really add value and help solve a problem that somebody's having. So we don't have to go back and create nothing. We did it right the first time. And we still we over delivered for what they thought we were going to bring, which was great. That's not bad. You always want to deliver more than someone expects of you, and you want to be that man, that woman that really is out here delivering great solutions, great ways that people can improve their life in whatever, because that's what you should be doing. You're improving somebody's life, whether you're providing comedy, entertainment, laughter. It's still improving somebody's life. We all need to laugh. You're creating software. It's at the end of the day, we're adding value to somebody's life, and you want to really over deliver and be the best. Create the best things that you're able to, and be the best you each time. So you make it one time, and that one time that you made it, it's right. It's correct. You're not having to go back and touch up things 3 or 4 times. It's coming out, and you come in correct when you do release anything. Next thing you need to do is work on building relationships and networking with other entrepreneurs, influencers, and your audience. You're going to be able to benefit from that by knowing what they want from you, knowing where they're at, knowing what they expect, when they expect it, what time, how they expect to get it, what they're willing to pay. With working with and building relationships and networking with other entrepreneurs, you're able to reach more of a broader audience. Maybe you talk and network with a entrepreneur that has a specific niche that you're not able to get to alone, but through him or her, you're able to do so. So you want to be always working on building relationships and networking. Next thing you want to be doing, especially in that first year, is work on creating and growing your email list. Offer free tools, free PDFs, and free things that it could be a templates, or just offer something free to your audience, offer something free to them that they want now. You don't want to be an entrepreneur YouTube channel and you say, go to my website to get a free NASCAR wallpaper for your laptop. They probably don't like NASCAR. I don't really care for NASCAR myself, but they don't want to put their email in for that, is what I'm trying to say. So create something that they want, and all they do is put their email in there and they get the tool, and you're able to communicate with them. It's powerful because, online platforms, social media websites, and all that could go away. But at the end of the day, you're still going to have your email and your website, and you're still going to be able to connect and let your audience know where you're at. Let your customers know what happened. Keep them up to date and let them know what's to come and what help and advice and tips and what services that you're providing that you have coming up in the making. You're able to connect with them. So start working on that email list, and I'm going to do a more in-depth episode on that in the future, on how to do that and things that you can do and put on your website and say and calls to action. I want to do an episode on that in the future, but for now, just be working on that, like I said, and offer something free that they can download just by putting their email into your subscription list. Next thing you want to do is pay detailed attention to your analytics. You want to pay attention. See, I got an episode coming up on that real soon. It might be the next episode. I've had lots of questions about analytics, and I'm going to do a full episode on that. So we're just going to kind of broadly talk about that real quick, because like I said, I'm going to do a full episode on what analytics to attract and how to grow your business doing that. But you want to pay attention to your analytics and tune in to the future episode on analytics, and I'm going to really, really, really explain to you how this is going to, what to track and how it's going to grow your business. But the next thing is, always remember that done is better than perfect. Don't be a perfectionist. Just keep creating, and when you create something that's not good, you're always learning. Remember that. You're always learning, even if something's not ideal. So remember that done is better than perfect. Stop multitasking and thinking of other ideas and thinking of, I don't need to do this, or I shouldn't do that. Just get out there and create it. You'll learn from it as you go. You'll get better, and you're still creating that presence for yourself and getting yourself exposed and creating exposure for yourself, building that clout, if you want to call it that. Always remember, done is better than perfect. Next tip to remember is don't get caught up in what everybody around you is saying. Don't let other people give you dumb advice. If they're not doing what you're doing, they have no knowledge on what you're doing. Even if they do, but they're not you, you don't pay attention, acknowledge, and consider what they're saying, but don't accept it and don't always follow the advice. When it comes to entrepreneurship, it's the first time you do you, and you're doing you. You're doing your own thing. It's your business. You have a different vision. If you're in an environment of people that aren't experienced and like I said, they're not you. They don't see your vision. They don't understand it. Don't be dumb about it and not consider what they're saying if they're trying to tell you something to help you. But if they're just, we all have common sense to tell, when somebody's nagging us. So don't let them get to you. You're going to get a lot of, you need to do this. This is how you do it. This is how you succeed. But at the end of the day, how I consider things, if you don't have $1 million doing what I love doing, what my business is, then I consider what you're saying, but probably not going to abide by it. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I'm going to listen to a millionaire that is in the same industry as myself, and then I'm going to listen to him. But if you're making $30K and you work at, an auto parts store and you're trying to tell me how to do my business online and you know 0% about it, then okay, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Out the ear. See ya. That's what I'm saying, that advice. See ya. Later, dog. Like, I'm not finna listen to that shit, and I don't want you to get caught up by all these people that just know everything about business, but they've never created one. I don't want you to get caught up in that either, so don't let them get to you. But the next thing is, and we're almost done here, and these last tips are very powerful, so stay tuned for that. Make sure that you stay tuned. We got a few more minutes left. So start with service and move towards products. Start with service, then move towards products. Focus on serving, not selling. In the beginning, you're going to have more time than money. So start with a service, get acquainted with your customer base, your client base, your audience, and get better at your craft. Of course, it's going to take us some more time because we're going to be working with fewer customers and getting less feedback when starting off, but we will learn. I did myself, and I know you will. You're going to learn a ton about their pain points, their deepest pain points, their biggest problems, their huge aspirations that they have in life for themselves. You're going to walk a mile in their shoes. You'll get personal with them, and you'll understand them by keeping this mindset of focus on serving, not selling. By doing that, it's going to create some success for you. Let me tell you, keep perfecting your service for serving your audience the best product and providing the best service that you can. Just get better every minute of every day by learning what they want, exactly what they need. They may not know what they want, but by questioning them and you interacting with them, you see what they need. It's like a baby when they're crying. They don't know that they need the pacifier, but we know that. So we go over there and we provide it. We give it to them. It's kind of the same thing, We're just overwhelmed and we want to cry out sometimes. We have a lot of, life can be so hard. Life can be tough, man. And we just kind of having a mental adult cry out, and you could be that person to provide that solution to them that's going to stop that crying and help them out and get them back on track in life and get them back happy again just by interacting with them and knowing how they work as a human being. So you want to always focus on serving first, not selling. That'll come, like I said previously, what you put out always comes back. I've never not experienced that. So just keep that one high in your practices. The next tip you need to be doing to grow in the first year of business as an entrepreneur is get organized. And what I'm saying is, just to sum it up, I'm going to do some more on productivity, and I got some episodes on my other podcast, Brain Laundry podcast, about productivity. If you want to, you can feel free to check those episodes out. They're great, and I still use the same system as it works for me, and it's been the best system that I've used for productivity and getting things done that need to be done and not stressing about it and getting busy work done. I'm getting the things done that need to with my system. So yeah, feel free to check that out. Lots of value in that. It's on Brain Laundry Podcast, productivity tips. But you want to get organized. You want to spend time up front to learn and implement organized systems. It's going to save you 1,000,000,000,000,000 hours in the end. Trust me. Then you want to pay attention right here because this one is key. I swapped and switched systems and apps and everything, and I'm here to tell you my favorite app is TickTick, and I like Todoist as well. Those are the apps I use. But you want to find a system that's working for you and you want to stick with it. You don't want to switch up. You want to find what's a system that works for you and stick with it. There's a million organization and productivity systems to choose from. Don't obsess over which one to choose. Just simply pick the one that's working for you and run with it. Go to the touchdown, go to the end zone and get that touchdown and never look back, because that right there can be hours and days, and then it goes to weeks and then months of hours and just wasted on organization and productivity. So don't get caught up in that trap like I did. I was bad about it. But you want to find a system that works for you and use it and stick to it. It's working, stick to it. Then you want to hire somebody. When you get bigger in business, you want to hire somebody to help you out with those little tasks as well. And keep your area that you work at, your workspace, always clean it up. I clean mine up midday and before I leave my office every single day, and that's what I recommend everybody do. So you're always working in a clean environment. It's going to create a clean mindset as well. Next tip is you want to always get help before you need it. You know, a rookie mistake that I made, and a lot of people, everybody makes it, but you don't have to make it, because I'm sharing it with you right here to help you not be a rookie. But a rookie mistake is not hiring people before we need it, not taking a class before we need it. So if you're having a question and you're questioning yourself about something, you're not sure how to do something, understand that you can learn how to do it, but go ahead and get that help right now, today. If you're having a question about something, get that help now so you don't screw something up and have to go back and fix everything you've done that has to do with that thing you're questioning. So always get help before you need it. Next thing is be adaptable, be able to adjust. And some things you may have to adapt in is your vision, your business model, your marketing strategies, business strategies, your strategy for any strategy. You may have to be willing to accept the fact that you're going to have to pivot and adjust in that. You may have to adapt and adjust your product. You may have to adapt your target audience, your target customers, but be adaptable and don't let that be something that holds you back. Be adaptable in everything till you find what's working out. I'm not saying spend a week on something, and if something's not working in a week, this ain't working, let me adapt to something else. No, give it time, stick it out, and just slowly apply a change to one thing at a time. That's the best thing I can tell you is change something, adapt something one at a time until you start seeing some success, some change. If something goes negative, hey, change it back to what was work, but adapt and be willing to do so. You're going to go through drastic changes in the first year. Trust me on that. It's like a baby again, changes in this first 12 months, and you need to treat your business like your baby. It is your baby. So you're going to have to be willing to adjust changes. And then I'm going to leave you with these tips to remember as far as dealing with family and relationships and such. Remember this right here. Stress challenges our relationships that we have in our life. Launching businesses and being an entrepreneur, all this stuff that we're doing is challenging enough, and we're gonna be ill sometime. That's why I have Brain Laundry Podcast. It's mindset and personal improvement tips to keep a positive mindset and kind of help avoid this. It's Brain Laundry Podcast. If you want to check it out, feel free to do so. But don't let that stress get you down. You understand that we're gonna be going through things, so keep that in mind. Don't try not to take it out on somebody, especially when we're stressing out. When many people can handle stress on their own. When we don't communicate with other people, hey, I'm stressed out, I'm running a business right now, to the people that we love and care about the most, another level of stress can be created just from that alone. And then that's like double stress, and we don't need that. No matter how busy we get fulfilling our dreams, always make time for communicating and spending time with the people that we care about, our friends and our loved ones. Always, always, always communicate effectively. Let them know what's going on in our life. Let them know what's going on. Let them know that we love them, we care. And don't let the stress from our business make those relationships go away and diminish our relationships. And then the next thing I want to leave you with is always believe in yourself, because look, I believe in you 100%. I believe in you. There is no doubt in my mind that you are going to create success in life, because if you're doing the things that I'm sharing, I did it, and this is what I did to create my freelance business online. I grew as a one man to a team. Had no plan to do so, but I never doubted myself. I've always had high confidence in myself, but I know some people aren't like that. But remember, I wasn't always like that until I realized that, hey, I need to be like that. And I started applying it and practicing. And I know you can do that too, because self-doubt is going to crush your success. One of the most key things that creates failure for entrepreneurs is by doubting yourself, doubting your plan, thinking that you can't create this, or yeah, it's just too much. You know, don't beat yourself up. It's just a thought that you've acquired in your mind from an environment over time of just hearing people say things. So that's not your belief. Believe in yourself. If you have anything that you're doubting yourself with, you know, in business, that's why you have me. If there's a problem in your business that's creating self-doubt, what you do is you go to smalltownentrepreneurs.com, click on the contact page, and send me that thing that's making you doubt yourself, and I'm going to share with you how to fix that, how to solve that. And that's just that. So there's no need to stress or doubt yourself. Just hit me up, smalltownentrepreneurs.com, click on the contact page, and send me your question, and I'm going to answer it for you. I can answer it for you directly if it's very urgent, you know, and I see that you're really in a tough situation. I'm going to hit you up, and if anybody else has a question, I'm going to answer it on the podcast for you. These podcasts are created for you, for the questions that you ask me. And if you want to get more tips every single Thursday, just subscribe to the podcast, Small Town Entrepreneurs. And we're going to be showing up every single Thursday with tips that you can take action on and apply immediately to create that business success and step your game up as an entrepreneur. But that's all for this one. And I'm going to catch you on the next episode. Thank you so much for your time today. It means a lot to me. And I just want to tell you to keep doing your thing. Keep believing in yourself, creating success. Do these things if you're in that first year of business. And even if you're in your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth year and you haven't done this, touch up on these things. Make sure that they're still good. Make sure everything's good with your business. And I will see you next time. Thank you for tuning in.